This happened about a month ago, but I couldn't decide if I should tell it or not. I'm kind of a paranoid person and didn't know if I was going to deal with something like this again if I talked about it. But since it's been a month and nothing has happened again, I'll share it. English is not my native language, so bear with me if I sound weird. I'm a 22-year-old girl from Bulgaria, studying art in another town. I was back home at my parents' house for Christmas vacation. And this happened a little after New Year's. My parents' house is in a tiny village near a big town where I grew up. We moved into the village and now live in a 2-story house. I was sitting one night in my room and watching some amazing horror stories by MJV Animations, as I usually do. It was about 2 o'clock, and I was immersed in a scary story, not knowing that I would be living in my own horror story real soon. It started with me receiving a notification from Snapchat that someone had added me. I was kind of confused, but I still opened it and saw that someone with the username Lappy789 added me as a friend. Now, I want to explain why this is weird to me. I hardly use Snapchat. I just have it on my phone for no reason at all. None of my friends used it since Instagram got the story thing, and we all started to use that instead. I have very few friends on Snapchat, and none of them active on it, so I didn't think that it was someone I knew. And I don't even have my location on it, or Bitmoji, or whatever it's called that I can give away my location or username to people nearby. I don't even know what that thing does, because as I said, I haven't been using Snapchat in a while. I also didn't have my username mentioned anywhere on my social media. Out of curiosity, I added Lappy789 and opened their profile to see if they had a picture or something that I could tell more about this person. There was nothing except their Snapchat score, which was about 7. I set my phone on the desk and started to rewind the video and listening to the parts that I missed while I was distracted by the phone. As I got ready to go back to the video, I got another notification. It was from Lappy789 again, and this time it was a snap. I opened it, and it was a picture of grass taken with a flashlight. I stared at it, all confused, and then typed, "What is this? Who are you?" Lappy789 received it, then read it, but didn't respond. At this point, I started to ask all of my friends if it was one of them, or if they had given my username to someone, but they all said no. A few seconds later, another snap came, and now it was a picture of what looked like a red tile. Curiosity took over me, and once again I texted, "This isn't funny. Who the hell are you?" Lappy789 saw my message, but didn't respond. The third snap came, and I was prepared to start screenshotting to show my boyfriend. It was a picture of what looked like a little doorknob, but I couldn't see anything more clearly. I failed to screenshot it at first, so I had to replay the snap. When I was finally done, I went back to the third snap to take a closer look this time. Drops of sweat appeared on my forehead as I realized this doorknob belonged to our backyard gazebo. At this point, I'm slowly grasping that this person is Snapchatting me from my backyard. And by the way, it's not so easy for someone to access our backyard, as we have a tall fence. You would have to take your time and scout the place around to find a possible way to climb the fence. It would be even more difficult in the dark, which meant whoever this was had been looking around our house during the day to find a way to get in. I was utterly horrified, and I didn't know what to do for a few moments. Then, I stood up from my desk and ran to turn off all the lights. As my room got dark, I peeked through my window shades to see the backyard. It was very cloudy and a dark night, so I couldn't see anything. The fourth snap came, and like last time, I was ready to take a screenshot of it to my boyfriend, who hadn't yet seen my messages. When I opened the snap, I screamed in terror. It was a zoomed-in snap of my window shade, the one that he could see me gazing out of. I ran out of my room, not knowing what to do. For some strange reason, I didn't want to wake up my dad and tell him what was going on. My mom was sleeping downstairs on the couch, and I was upstairs. I tried to figure out how to open the super loud and screechy door to our terrace without waking up my parents. Even if I was scared, I still wanted to find the intruder who was pulling off this freaky prank to me. I battled with the door for about 30 seconds, but I managed to open it quietly and carefully stepped outside to look. I still didn't see anyone. I looked and I looked, trying to stay low as I could so that the snapper wouldn't see me. But I couldn't see anyone lurking in the backyard. I was coming down from the terrace when I received another snap from Lappy789. As I opened it, the blood in my veins ran cold. It was a picture of my mom sleeping on the couch, taken from inside the house. This freak was now inside my house. As shocked and terrified as I was, I rushed downstairs in complete panic. Dad! Dad! There's someone inside our house! Dad, call the cops! As I came downstairs, screaming frantically, my mom woke up and she saw our main door was wide open. It seemed like we forgot to lock the main door that night, and my mom passed out on the couch without knowing the door was unlocked. My dad came out of the room, and I told him everything while showing the snaps. My mom and I were both hyperventilating at this point. My dad called the cops and went out, taking his gun to scavenge the area. After checking everywhere, my dad came back inside and said that he didn't find anyone. The cops came, and they too inquired our neighbors and us about the whole incident, but no lead took place on the matter. I could hardly sleep that night. Every 5 seconds, I kept checking for new snaps from this unknown account, but Lappy789 was gone. I would have been relieved if Lappy789 stayed gone, but unfortunately, he didn't. When I woke up, I found a creepy text from the same account. It read, "Had a nice time watching you sleep. Can't wait to see you soon. Goodbye." I immediately blocked the account. I've texted and called all my friends, begged them to confess if it was one of them, but they all said it wasn't them. I told my boyfriend what happened. He asked everyone he knew, but still nothing. We tried to find the account, but we soon found out that he had deactivated it. There was no one with the name Lappy789 anymore. I had deleted Snapchat and didn't think I'd ever use it again. The next day, I went outside to look around to see if the creep left something behind, and I saw footprints on a little muddy patch. My dad doesn't seem to believe it was the intruder's footprints, saying it was probably one of us, but I'm pretty sure they weren't ours. To this day, I still don't know who it was. I've asked everyone I know, but nothing has ever come out of it. I still wonder what their intentions were. Were they trying to scare me? Were they stalking me? Who were they? How did they find me? I wouldn't know. I just hope I never have to deal with them again.